Hi guys, I am Gideon of Benco Institute, a small engine repairs channel. On today's class, we are looking at 3 ways to reduce petrol consumption of your generator. As a generator owner, you definitely want to reduce the petrol consumption. You wouldn't want to spend more on your generator, and that's why we are looking deeply into this topic. One of them is reducing the speed of your generator. How do you reduce the speed of your generator? Let me say something. When you reduce the speed of your generator, that in turn reduces the sound of your generator. And we'll be looking at that in a jiffy. Okay, we'll be using this Lithium generator, Lithium 3990E series. It has a running watts of 3200 and a starting watts of 3500. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please, I urge you guys to subscribe and turn on your notification bell so when videos are posted, you are among the first to see them. Alright, we'll be reducing the speed of the generator, and I have my screwdriver here. There's a star screwdriver. And for reducing the speed of the generator, you use this screw. There's a screw here, this screw. Okay, this screw is connected to the governor. This is the governor, this is the governor, and this is the screw. The screw is connected to the governor. When you reduce, that is, take the screw to the left, you have succeeded in reducing the speed of the generator, which in turn reduces the sound of the generator. When you take it to the right, you have succeeded in increasing the sound and the speed of the generator. Okay, let me put on the generator so we understand from the difference in sound. Okay, if you are listening to that sound very well, you will notice that when I took the screw to the right, that is clockwise, the sound of the generator increased. And when I took it to the left, the sound of the generator reduces. However, there are exceptions. Just as there are benefits, there are consequences. It is advisable not to reduce your generator too much. Because what I do know now is a lot of people will see this and they'll say, wow, then I need to reduce my gen to the barest minimum. Sometimes you reduce your gen to the lowest and your gen cannot even come on. What that means is the generator does not have, the engine of the generator does not have the required speed, the required power to come on. So it is advisable not to reduce too much. Reduce to an extent where your gen works or steam very well. Do not reduce too much, because I have said you should reduce the speed of your generator. How do you know you don't need to reduce too much? Okay, for some people, they have their generator very loud by default. You have your generator very loud by default. You reduce a little, observing your load. When you observe, you reduce, and your load, if your generator cannot power your load again, it is advisable to increase. However, it is very important to increase or reduce the speed of your generator when your generator is on, so that you can get real-time information on how the sound has changed. Is that understood? Please do not over-reduce. Do not over-reduce. All right. Number 2, reducing the load of your generator, or rather reducing the load on your generator. The load in this case means the appliances you have in your household. Let's say, for example, your refrigerator, your water heater, your lighting point, as the case may be. This is what is termed as the load on your generator. Now, if your generator load is too high or too much, your generator tends to consume more petrol. You get? It's more like me trying to carry a lot of load. Let's assume I'm carrying a bag of cement on my head now. My walking will be difficult. Walking with a bag of cement will be difficult. But at the same time, I expend more energy walking with the bag of cement. Okay, let's assume I'm carrying something way less than that. You see, I don't expend more energy, and as a result, I walk faster. That applies to your generator as well. If you tend to use your generator to carry much load, it definitely consumes more petrol. I'll be looking at that. For emphasis, when your load is connected to this socket, for a large load, when it's connected to this socket, you observe your generator drops in sound. It drops in sound. That shows a large load, a very, very large load has been connected to your generator. And that in turn increases the consumption of petrol. For light load connected, let's say lighting point or what have you, lighting point, fans, and these low capacity appliances, when they are connected, you really do not notice a change in the sound of your generators. Okay, when those are connected, it doesn't take much fuel. In fact, for a generator that doesn't use much load, it lasts longer. I have to be sincere with you. So that is it. That is it for reducing the load of your generator. Number 3, adjusting your carburetor. As much as this is quite technical, it is still very much easy. You see, the carburetor is calibrated in such a way that it allows the passage of fuel into your engine. There is a particular knob which you have to tighten or loose, and this affects the amount of fuel that passes through that carburetor to your engine. In this particular class, we'll be dealing on that very, very well. When we tighten your carburetor a little bit, it reduces the consumption of your petrol, and when we open it a little bit, you discover it accepts or receives more petrol. Let's look into that. Adjusting the carburetor. I did make mention that there is a knob that allows passage of petrol from your carburetor to your engine. This is the knob. It is adjustable. However, for some carburetors, it is not adjustable. But for this carburetor, it is adjustable, and there is need to explain better. All right, when you take it clockwise, you are tightening the knob, and that reduces the consumption of petrol. When you take it anti-clockwise, if you notice, it's going anti-clockwise and it's coming out. It's more like you are losing it. There's a difference. You are losing it, and this allows more petrol to go into your generator. While it is advisable to tighten, and because it's going to reduce the petrol of your generator, it's also advisable not to do it too much. When you over tighten your knob, sometimes your generator works lean. What does that mean? Enough fuel does not go into the generator. Are you getting me? But it is advisable to tighten to the end. This is what I do most times, personally. This is what I do most times. I tighten to the end. You see, it's very tight now. Basically, after tightening this now, fuel cannot go through from the carburetor to the engine. Or maybe it goes through, but very, very little, very, very little. And if you put on the generator, after some time, it fluctuates, like working with a different sound. Okay, let me see if I can get this sound. I'll say the sound out verbally, like Did you get that? So your generator works that way. Your generator works that way. But when you tight to this end, this is what I do. I reduce, which is take it to the left, loose, turn it about 3 to 4 times. With overtime experience, I know that turning this thing 3 to 4, this knob 3 to 4 times, anti-clockwise, losing it, allows for appropriate amount of fuel, petrol to go in. The petrol will be reduced, unlike before when it came out, when it's so loosed out. The petrol will be reduced, and at the same time, the generator will work perfectly. It will work perfectly. So that is it from this. I hope we've learned how to do this. You see something. Before I forget, let me just touch on it. That's outside the scope of this teaching, but let me just touch on it. You see, when the generator is too loosed, let's assume the knob is too loose, fuel goes in too much, petrol goes in too much, it eventually sometimes affects the plug. You notice your plug is always wet. It do affect sometimes, not all the time though, but sometimes it do affect, and that's why it's always necessary you reduce and allows for a good amount of petrol to come in. This is a very technical part of a generator. If you are skeptical and you cannot apply what I've just explained, you can make do with the other two. They will really help you. Those two alone can help you reduce the consumption of your fuel very well. Now, we've seen the 3 different ways that we can reduce the petrol consumption of our generator. I have no doubt that if you are going to apply these 3 things, you will see significant changes in the consumption of your generator. You're going to see significant changes. There's no doubt about that. Please do not forget to like this video if you found value. And please do not forget to subscribe as well. We'll be dropping contents like this weekly. And please do well to share with friends and family as well. Do not hide this knowledge. Please do not hide this knowledge. Till meet in our next class, it's goodbye from our end.